So recently, I was doom-scrolling the BaRoTrAuMa server list when I came across the convict station. After joining, I was thrust into a jail cell where a man offered to touch me inappropriately. I politely declined, and thank God he's in handcuffs. I quickly see that a janitor is spawned inside the prison area, and who appears to be doing his job. This triggers me on a primal level. This brain cell is shared among the other inmates. Verbal abuse mingles with the sound of breaking doors. The man begs the guards to help him, only for Billy Shivum to break free and to begin approaching the poor man. He is backed into a corner. We viciously assault him. His pleas are eventually answered when a security guard arrives and puts an end to our revelries. The janitor is subsequently thrown in a cell half dead, after all the prisoners testified that he attacked first, and for some reason the guard believed us. However, just like a homeless man when he finds out it's only flour, I am violently unsatisfied. I dome the security guard's head, leaving him with a fracture and permanent back pain. Another inmate puts a crowbar in his frontal lobe. He's down, and things are looking up. We arm ourselves to the teeth before committing identity theft. An innocent janitor watches in horror as the prison block disgorges the inhabitants of Detroit. A quick rifle round to the head kisses him goodnight. We make our way through the ship, conducting routine beatings and taking the ship's supply of illicit drugs. After drilling the warden, we enact what I like to call partial law, meaning I can do what I want if I have a good excuse. The crew is furious, but I'm good at making excuses. We rampage through the ship, pleading oopsie after every death. In moments, only the medical doctor remains of the original crew. Partial law is a roaring success. He begs us to stop as he desperately tries to save one of our victims. No, Your Honor, I will not say what happened next. And I do not confess to my alleged crime. I will simply state that if you are what you eat, I am an innocent man. The round ended with us bleeding out because there wasn't much doctor left to save us. Round 2. I once again decide to play a prisoner because it feels like home. The round begins with the guards graciously removing our handcuffs in an attempt to placate us, showing off their great value intellect. But seriously, I've smoked cigarettes with better ideas, but I digress. The captain makes an announcement that he wants to have a smooth round. We reply that he's going to hit some serious turbulence. We incapacitate the guards and inform the crew of our formal independence. The remaining guard fires his neuron into action, showing off his stunning, bird-like intelligence as he throws a stun grenade at us, only for it to hit the solid glass directly in front of him. After recovering, he abandons his post. The ship is ours, and we try to keep the killing to more of a hobby. The traitorous crew starts a rebellion against our legitimate rule. While the righteous crew is eventually defeated, we have suffered forgettable casualties, but my friend is downed, and there is only one doctor. He's in the middle of a life-saving surgery with another downed man, but my friend is downed, and there's only one doctor. I stab his patient to death in front of his craven eyes. They say the eyes are the window to the soul. I looked in. I saw nothing. I guess they're wrong. The doctor saves my friend, but a moment later, both of them are dead on the ground, and I have a barrel in my back. The traitor on the ship had decided to make himself known, with a hand cannon as his campaign manager. He takes me hostage and begins moving towards the escape shuttle. Sam the chef opens the delivery hatch to give Tim his peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Tim is no more, and the chef is executed on the spot. What a waste of food. As we approach the door, a Molotov cocktail flies out of nowhere. The explosion breaks our legs, and we both lose one arm. It's the guard who had stunned himself earlier. He begins gloating as I drag myself towards him. His gloating is cut short when I stab a screwdriver into his foot. He leaves after traumatizing my spine with rubber slugs. The ship begins to shake violently. I am repeatedly hammered against a wall. Eventually, my body can take it no longer, and it has a messy divorce with my soul. In Spectator, I realize that the admin had spawned multiple N-worms to kill off the last of the crew. The round ends with the total annihilation of the station. Round 3. Before the game began, a strange man informed me of an item shop in the server. We begin the round, and after chewing my way through my handcuffs, I try the item shop. To my equal parts horror and elation, it works. I peruse the list of purchasable atrocities when the random item option catches my eye. It's cheap, and I like a good slot machine. After all, what's life without a little breaker box roulette? I roll the dice. I roll nuclear bomb. Things just got interesting. I hide my treasure from the guards and stir up the prisoners into a feeding frenzy. They claw their way through the prison doors and spread out through the ship and begin the meticulous knee-breaking process on the unfortunate crew. As the crowd of sweaty convicts rushes past me, I see the stars align. Someone left both doors to security open. Rushing forth, I begin searching the weapon cabinets for a means of using my bomb. Moments later, I'm tased and handcuffed by an Indian-sounding doctor who tries to sell me car insurance. My immeasurable disappointment at what could have been is broken when I hear the doctor laugh maniacally. I watch in a semi-euphoric state as he unhandcuffs me and hands me a grenade launcher. This man has won my loyalty in a way no man ever has. Politicians should take notes. The doctor tells me to blow up medical. I'm going to blow up medical. Arriving, I see multiple patients getting their knees treated after they were powderized by my fellow inmates. I point blank the doctors and patients, killing crew and convict alike. My broken and charred body is flung out of the burning office. I stare up at the light. Suddenly the light gets blotted out by a figure, a man, who begins treating my wounds and telling me that more must be done. It's the Indian doctor. He patches me up before strapping a bomb vest to me. Our eyes meet, and a deep understanding passes between us. We must privatize healthcare. I rush into the burning remains of medical and blow up the last surviving members of the crew. I'm a red miss, but so are the innocent. That's a win in my book. The round ends with the notorious doctor being the only survivor. However, this is not the end of his story. The next round, shortly after I spawned in, the same doctor came to the prison area asking for me. I follow, knowing what must come next. He brings me to fabrication and begins making another vest and a block of C4. Clearly, this man has only the best intentions in mind. In spite of his intentions, one of the engineers snitched and brought 3 security guards. I stall them, but I'm quickly subdued. An argument breaks out, and the good doctor is forced to prematurely detonate the bomb, taking the 3 security guards down with him. I write this in loving memory of that doctor, with the Indian accent. He was the best of us, and he was a friend. Oh yeah, I died in the explosion too.
Is that you, Terry? Is that you, Terry? Look at me, Terry, is that you?
That guy's dead. Okay, time to go outside the window. Come on. Tell me to go outside the... Time to go outside the window.